is already for our friend. When we look at it,
Healthy Living Initiative, NMA honors Mrs. Soluto with Merit Award.
Safety Awareness, FRSC Special Marshalhood Joint National Patrol in Oka.
Anambra Cultural Commissioner Onyenji commends unisex students for promoting Igbo cultural heritage.
NDLA NAPSE wanted drug cartel leader, that's Opara in Lagos.
Serap sues federal government over failure to publish NDDC forensic audit report.
Manchester United IPSD striker Randall Kolumuani.
And finally, from the foreign scenes, Saudi Arabia's prince dies at 36 after more than 20 years in coma. These are the stories from the EBS website.
Yeah, and we have analysts in the studio.
With us is Kenechukwu Chukwudi, EBS News correspondent. Good morning and welcome to Press Review.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here again. Good morning, Opu. Good morning, Ugo Benaja, and good morning, Anambra.
All right.
You're welcome. Okay, let's hear your thoughts on the headlines from home because you belong here.
Of course,
so it's our headlines.
I do. I would like to start with the Anambra State Culture Commissioner, Mr. Onyenji, commends Unizik students for promoting Igbo cultural heritage. It's quite a thing to hear that our young ones are going back to our culture, because in our culture are inherent values and morals, because our society today is turning into something we could all call that we're all surprised seeing. So having our young ones, especially those in the university, going back to our culture where there is a lot of inherent values is a good thing. So I actually commend the students for promoting our culture, and I also believe it will also go a long way in ensuring that some of those aspects of our culture that are good and those values that are seems to be eroding from our society will also be back. And then regarding the safety awareness by the FRSC and the Special Marshal, I was actually part of that exercise, and I would say that the Special Marshal and the Federal Road Safety Corps, Anambra State Command, are actually doing well. And road safety is everyone's business. You mustn't wait for the FRSC or the Special Marshals to be on the road for you to do the right thing as a road user. As a road user, you must know what you're supposed to do. Especially if you have a vehicle, you must make sure that your vehicle is in order. In this part of the world, we seem to take a lot of things for granted, trying to make sure that our car are in good shape. Sometimes you see people driving their cars without fire extinguisher, driving their cars without putting on their seat belts, driving their cars with tires that are no longer usable.
Yeah.
So
worn out tires.
Yes, worn out
tires.
Yes. Some of them even drive without spare tire in case of tire bursts or an emergency that regards the tire. So road safety is everyone's business. And when you do these basic things, they seem small, but once you do all these basic things, it goes a long way in making sure you have a seamless ride on the road.
Yeah.
Small things that could have caused you an accident, you will all be saved from it. So all of us must make that effort to make sure that we do the right thing as road users and those that also drive vehicle. On a very last note concerning the ABS headline, I also want to go international regarding the death of the Saudi Arabia's prince who died at the age of 36 after being 20 years in coma.
Wow.
There are some lessons to be drawn from there.
Yeah.
And one of those lessons is that good health care. This dead prince was on coma for 20 years.
Yeah.
This is a good number, and he was managed very well. There was never any issue. He was managed 20 years before he died, and I'm kind of thinking if it was in Nigerian hospital, I'm not sure the guy would have lasted 1 year and then something will go wrong. Either the oxygen has finished, or either the doctors are not attending to him promptly, or either something would have gone. And that is why you see most of our political leaders and men of means travel abroad to get good healthcare system. So it's a call on our government. And all the time we keep calling government. It is the bulk of the government to fix our healthcare institution.
Yeah.
Our healthcare institution is suffering, and it also indirectly affecting the citizenry. So the government has to do the needful, and I'm happy that the Anambra State government is also trying to do something in that regard. At least we'll now have a trauma center in Anambra State. We'll now have a good number of doctors employed and nurses employed in our healthcare system. So the state government of other states and also the federal government must bring in policies and then do the needful to make sure we have a healthcare system that protects the well-being of all Nigerians. So it's very important that the government do this. Thank you.
All right, to join the conversation, call us on 0808 4872 166. And if you're watching us live on Facebook, drop your comment in the comment section and we'll take your comment.
Or you can call us on 0706 538 1320. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, FBS. You put a lot of
Tutoma.
Ụtụtụ ọma, daalụ.
Address Umayomu. Address Umayomu.
Thank you.
Our I we got address in Umayomu. Hello. Hello.
Good morning. All right, go on, Emeka.
Emeka, speak up.
Let me ask. Should we see road safety on our roads?
Yeah?
What has been their talk?
They are what?
What are they doing right the way they should? Travel out of Nigeria, see when they operate. What are road safety doing on our roads? Taking money from commercial drivers. We need total reorientation. When we start telling ourselves the truth, that is the day Nigeria will start getting better.
Okay.
The Saudi Arabia prince that died.
The prince.
In coma for 20 years. Was it prayer that made him to be in coma for 20 years? Was it prayer? We need total reorientation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. But Emeka, I don't agree with you that road safety are there to collect money. They are doing a good job, whether you like it or not. They are doing a good job.
I can make some pictures. I can show you. I don't talk what I don't know.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
I don't talk what I don't know. I've been a camp.
All right.
If they are taking pictures, they are pictures. They are there to collect money and nothing else. You know, police protect.
Emeka, thank you. They are doing their job, exercising their civic responsibility.
Let me add to what Obu has just said.
Yes.
I also believe the road safety are also doing their job. Definitely, there will be bad egg in every system.
Exactly.
We know how challenged our Nigerian system is. You understand? But that doesn't mean that the institution on itself is not doing the job.
Or is designed to
Yes, take road safety away. There will be a lot of impunity
Exactly.
on our roads. At least sometimes when people see the uniform, even on that Saturday that this exercise was conducted, when some of the vehicles were approaching, they have to stop.
Of course.
Because they knew that they probably would have offended one of the road rules. They have to stop their car quite a distance, then come to meet the officials and say, what are we supposed to know or what are we supposed to do? So it means they are doing their job.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
You see them taking some accident victims to the hospital. towing away with their towing van or broken down vehicles, decongesting,
the road,
congested areas.
The road. And even in scenes where there are accidents, they will just promptly arrive to start that redirecting traffic and all that. So on a overall level, they are doing quite well.
Yeah.
All right, someone is here. Hello, good morning. Hello,
Good morning.
good morning. Your name and location.
I had a discussion and the rest of that.
Your name and location. Your name and location. All right, go on.
Okay, I want to contribute my own advice to the people in charge. You know, one thing that the road safety is a collective effort. You know?
Yeah.
Both the driver, the management, and the people because at the road, the road safety is about the first of all the road and what do we do, what the way of telling. So I'm making phone calls and they go to the problem. You know?
Okay.
We can.
When I'm seriously taking phone calls, is the full danger. So I want to tell that the people must be trained. Must be trained while I'm telling. So we maintain the road and they start taking hard drugs. That part of the really factor. So thank you.
All right,
All right,
thank you. Hello. Before we go down to good morning to you.
Good morning.
Dalo.
Dalo, no.
Ngwagwa anyị n'iru nụ.
Ebe m chọrọ iti ọdụrụ maka road safety. Ịma na-akpọrọ ihe a road safety. Mana ị na-anya ụzọ a na-alụ na be anyị. O nwerekwa n'ebe ha na-eme eti provision nke eji onwe moto break down ka o nwee ike put ya out of the road wee nwee n'ike mmadụ ibe o mere moto ya. So na-asị ka amata n'ihe mere nke ahụ ekelekwa n'oyi.
All right, thank you very much. All right, moving over now to the national dailies. We're kick-starting with Vanguard. Why Obi El-Rufai are yet to join ADC? That's from Bolaji Abdullahi. With the following writers, ex-PDP Governors Forum DG joins ADC. Obedience won party against selling presidential ticket to highest bidder. Omar Gege has no plan to leave APC, but that's from Ayiri Emami. No ADC leader can inherit Buhari's 12 million block votes. That's from Okechukwu. Defection. Adeleke's negotiation hits a brick wall. That's a source from APC. A turnover profits soar in other companies. These are the trending headlines from today's Vanguard.
From the Punch, Obebolo slams Obi as Edo movement ban ignites backlash. Nigerians spent over $3.6 billion annually on foreign health care under Buhari. Race to 2027. PDP's flag bearer battle begins after Atiku's exit. Writers say zoning consensus strategy top Thursday's PDP's neck agenda. Makinde Bala I ticket. Awud Jale's blessings paved way for my 2023 victory coming from Tinubu. National Assembly showdown. Senate draws battle lines over Natasha's return. Doctors to begin nationwide strike Thursday. And finally, Zen Bank emerges Nigeria's best bank at 2025 Euromoney Awards. These are the stories from the Punch.
Okay, over on to Guardian. If a council to sue Ogun government over Awujale's burial. Edo Benue governors under fire over threat to Obi. MBA proposes changes to Electoral Act once Beavers IREV legalized. MPC caught in red cards trade-offs as banks demand a CRR review. See trending here. AARC revises Band A tariff from 209 naira to 160 naira per kilowatt. State Power Commissioner rejects Senate's move to amend the Electricity Act. Tinubu Bakare Lord Awujale's contribution to APC political success. And finally, PSC orders fault planned protest by ex-officers over pension scheme.
All right, and then taking a look at stories from Vanguard, 2025 SSCE. Still on Vanguard on the barn headline. Why Obi Erufai are yet to join ADC, coming from Bolaji Abdullahi. Writers say ex-PDP Governors Forum DG joins ADC. Obedience, one party. No plan to leave APC, but coming from Ayiri Imami, no ADC leader can inherit Buhari's 12 million block votes. Coming from hits brick wall, coming from an APC source. And subsidy removal, turnover profits soar in oil companies. These are the stories from Vanguard.
Well, Vanguard is enjoying double slot today on a press review. But then let's move over to the Daily Times. It's still allowed. Deacon to honor Jonathan Marwa Onyema others at Diplomacy and Security Summit. Stop embarrassing Nigeria. Appoint ambassadors, ADC tells Tinubu. FG dismisses a rumored cancellation of WAEC NECO exams. Customs seizes 1.78 billion naira worth of contraband in 45 days across Southwest. PDP asks IGP to investigate attempt on Ezenwa Force life. ICPC secures a contradiction of immigration officer in employment fraud. Constitutional review, finally, Southwest stakeholders call for state police.
From Daily Independent, ADC taunts Tinubu over promise to provide 24-hour electricity, tackles president over failure to appoint ambassadors. Stay away from National Assembly, Senate warns Natasha, says it won't tolerate disruption of proceedings. On the banner headline from Daily Independent, First Hold Co. 1 trillion naira NPLs cast shadow over Otedola's takeover. Riders say legacy loan crisis threatens turnaround efforts. Coming from experts, lament it puts at risk lenders' recapitalization drive. Retired police officers planned protests ill-timed. Retired police officers planned protests ill-timed, says PSC. 6 trillion naira, Serap sues Tinubu over failure to publish NDDC forensic report. Governors, media chiefs, dignitaries to attend Lateef marking Jakonde's memorial lecture, July 23rd in Lagos. Our history wouldn't have been complete if I lost in 2023, coming from Tinubu, says 2023 victory, June 12 struggle aided by Awujale's blessing. And then finally, from Daily Independent, report of cancellation of 2025 WAEC exams false, coming from Education Minister.
All right, we're being joined by another analyst in the House, Dr. Afamefuna Joseph Ndoka, Associate Professor of Finance from the Department of Finance, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Ibarem Campus. Did you see the rain? Oh, yeah. Okay, you're welcome to Press Review. Good morning. So let's hear your thoughts on the headlines.
All right. I would want to begin my opinion concerning this same issue we talked about during the review of the headlines from the Anambra Broadcasting Service news portal. And the first thing I would want to talk about again that it just got repeated was the healthcare issue. At least we are told that how billions of money we are told how billions of money was used for medical tourism during the leadership of Muhammad Buhari, and how our doctors, would be embarking on strike action, So what does it tell you? It tells you that our healthcare system is in crisis. You can imagine how these things made headline for today. So, like I said, you can see the Saudi prince that was in coma for 20 years. Just imagine that scenario, that scenario was to be in Nigeria, and the doctors are supposed to embark on strike. So probably he will have to die off.
NEPA go take light.
NEPA go take light, and and the young man will just, at least he enjoyed, even though he was sick, he enjoyed the privilege of being in existence, doing a coma for 36 years. So imagine if that scenario was to play out, he would have died so much earlier than he died. So the government needs to do something concerning our healthcare, and these are not rocket science. There have been reports on what steps that the government can take to improve, our healthcare system. But I don't know why they don't keep doing it. The government seems to be only training doctors to be sent abroad, and then the citizens keep suffering. There is no comprehensive.
Besides, it's even a kind of a capital flight. The money that will be spending here to do some other things
will not be spent,
you take to foreign
abroad.
land.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Because then you begin to wonder, capital flight, all our doctors, and we have the best doctors. If you take research, you discover that the best doctors we have, most of them are all going out of this country.
Yeah. Continue.
Most of them are going out of this country, and it's very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you take statistics, you discover that most of our doctors, the best of them, they're all outside Nigeria. So what is the hope for those here in Nigeria? It's very, very unfortunate. We keep breeding doctors every year, and you cannot. Okay, look at now. All the while Buhari was in Nigeria, it would be surprised to you that he was going out of the country to treat ear infection. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have ENT doctors here in Nigeria. So, what is now the essence of these hospitals we have? Yesterday, I was going in the social media. There was one hospital in Abuja. They say it's at Lugbe, one of the biggest hospitals. Now, tell me, why can't Nigeria? The problem is for Nigerians itself. The government, they can't have confidence in our own. They prefer outside. It's very, very unfortunate. I think there needs to be orientation. Something has to be done about this thing.
Okay, somebody has a message on WhatsApp to that effect.
Okay.
I am Ambassador Lerida Pokwechukwabazu from Mundi Opalez MC Unique Global. President doctors to embark on indefinite strike in Nigeria is a welcome development.
Welcome development, K. Welcome development.
According to him, that's his opinion. Because APC government and President Bola Tinubu Ashwaju Jagaban has fed health workers in this country. They are doing the health workers. The more you look, the less you see. Johesu should emulate resident doctors and should declare their own indefinite strike so that they can get all the arrears federal government and the APC government are owing Johesu. PDP is looking forward to know who will be their presidential candidate in 2027, as Atiku have left them. If Wike can allow such to happen in good and harmony, then Chief Gregory Peter Obi will be the best candidate. If Labour Party doesn't want to settle their problem, Peter may return back to PDP. Finally, 2027 general election in Nigeria, all eyes should be on the desk, most especially on INEC chairman, so that they will not give the election results again. Okay. That's his opinion. I don't know if anybody has a counter view or you want to align yourself with him, Like Uge Benaja shouted, is it a welcome development?
It's not a welcome development that they're going on strike because we've seen how strike actions have gone in this country. It has not helped in any way. Sometimes at a point, I think this strike is anotunoto. Ndinonisi that call themselves the executives of a union or a body will decide to go on strike so they can give them money to put into their, to father henna boots, because it has not in any way done much in the country. So going on strike actions in this country It just, to me, I see it as an avenue for those at the top to just make money, and that's it. It's not making
Okay,
any
Doc,
changes.
I can see you.
Yes,
You are itching to drop in something.
See, actually, Nigeria is a funny country. Very, very funny country. When you talk of strike action, now the essence of that strike action is to push governments to do the right thing. But look at what happened before now. NLC, the noise about going on strike, suddenly they just went to the cooler. Nobody heard about the strike again, and it's unfortunate. Now they are the executive, as my sisters have already said, Jasmine have said. Those of them are the executives, seems to align with government, and whenever if after being settled, negotiate with government, the people are below nothing. They just go back to work. So it's unfortunate. Nigeria is a very, very, very funny country. Then the issue about P2B and PDP is I see that thing as P2B still have his heart in a Labour Party. If P2B decide to go back, Wike, not be surprised. Wike has not told us that he has left PDP.
Yeah.
Wike will still frustrate P2B. So for him, it is better he remains with the Labour Party. That's the only thing.
And he has not officially joined the ADC.
He has not officially joined the ADC.
So, but why will Wike frustrate anybody? Is he the owner of the party? Is he the only player? Is he the only big wig in the party?
At least we can read his body language. From his body language, you can know what
But I think
things he's capable of doing.
It's all about the party and not about Wike. It's all about PDP and not about Wike.
But in this part of the world, people own institutions, and that is why we say we have a very terrible leadership in this part of the world. Because instead of institutions to serve the interests of the people, it is now people that hijack system to work in their own personal interest. So when people say that Wike might frustrate P2B when he returns back to the PDP, given that Atiku has exited the party, they know what they are saying, because from the body language of Wike and from what he's done politically in Rivers State and also at the national level, we know definitely he's capable of doing something.
So are we saying that politically the fear of Wike is the beginning of your political wisdom?
For PDP.
For PDP, yes.
For PDP.
Okay.
We can say that for PDP.
We have messages
I don't agree with that too. Because
he's a troublemaker.
things can happen when a lot of people keep quiet. Such things can happen, but when they rise up, when they brace for the challenge,
that is why
enough is enough. It will change.
No, it is easier said than done. These are the things we are advocating for.
Yes.
But we know that Wike wields some powers. He's connected to the presidency.
Yes.
And by the influence of being connected to the presidency, he can do and undo. And this was somebody who was asked, because he owns some level of push cars and expensive, and he was asked before the national TV, how does he have that level of money to afford those luxurious? What did he say? He gave us instance that his father is a manager in several companies.
Yes.
And he didn't call the companies. So what does he mean? There's some level of dubiousness in his, and ambiguity in his statement. So he also has the wherewithal in terms of finance to fight his political enemies, aside being connected to the presidency and using that influence of being connected to the presidency to sow seed of discord and destroys people's political
Another
ambition.
thing is that Wike for a very long time has been doing things that other people will do in the same political party and they'll be suspended. A lot of things that will get you suspended in a political party. We even saw such play out with APC recently, and the person had to pull out again recently.
Yes.
It happened in this state.
The thing is
now
that
imagine where this person has been doing this several times and nobody is saying anything.
Nothing is happening.
So what does it mean? It means the person the person be the big wig. Now the person will carry frontal.
of course.
So is it above the law, above the internal party,
everything you are saying
the
is
internal party mechanism,
yes.
or even the laid down procedures of the party? I don't know. Well, let's punctuate.
That is why the country is in a mess.
It will take someone as crazy as Wike to
deal
pull
with
him
him.
down. Good
morning.
Yes, and it was good work.
All right, go on, Ikejumo.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I know strike of medical doctors. The people of the station, they're not for strike. And more of a man for like a care.
Strike, right?
And the truth is that we have all leadership in every union and all these government offices, private sector. Yeah, union leaders tell them they are there for the masses. But also, Back on a strike is all the normal to the right to the community. No thanks. To the method is good tool to use to shape this. We don't like people gathering and talking about them. Making international communities to know the atrocities of the government. But because the about to be program, and so let's like all the things all of them are the Gamma. Then, very good young men are Saudi. We are Saudi trained.
The Saudi prince.
You know, the thing to people, I work with Jew Christianity and Islam. My kids is I have a Christian, no one are the group, no one are not the guy who the Muslim Gaza and
Yeah, man.
and I thought when I go down there, they are two people in Rwanda. And what I have, it's like I have a religion because they are contracting about the in the Walla, in the Walla.
Yeah.
I do good time I have here. Or is it still to them and they are capital of this religion. The people maybe use spirituality to revive this guy or Christian, all these people who are poor and those or all is not what I want to see, but who want to
Hello, thank you very much.
None of them are none of them are the this time around.
Okay, thank you.
That thing happened. God tested the world and they go tested both the Israel and the Israel people. They failed.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you very much. But then, one must die when he must die. Spirituality or whatever, and otherwise, when that comes, you succumb. That's the inevitable end of all mortals.
Of course, nobody is disputing that. But then
Okay.
we can say that if God has also given us the grace and the wisdom to be able to take care of some of the issues that surrounds our health.
Yes.
You understand? So the leadership must always do the right thing to make sure that those things that support lives are in place for the benefit of the citizenry. That's just the core of everything.
All right, to have messages on Facebook from Matthew Anambra Akama na Northia. Prayer for the November 8th election should be intensified by all the 23 local government areas of the state. You mean 21? When we reach 23 of the state, and should not be left for Agwata alone. Government should try and solve doctors' problems to avoid strike, because it's the masses that will suffer from the strike. From Igbo Charles Ikechuku from Aba. Heartbeat of the East, thanks for your good work. Thank you so much. Keep dropping your messages. We do well to read them out when we do see them.
Hello. Cash.
Good morning.
You're blessed. Oh, yes. It is region. Thank you.
You made a point,
Message
and
here.
that is appreciated.
This one says there is nothing wrong with strike action. Even in the UK and US, strike actions are used by labor. The only difference is that government in these other climes respect their workers, unlike in Africa. Now the issue be this, not the problem it is.
All right. I don't know if you can proceed to the other headlines.
No, why not?
All right.
That's why.
One of the prominent feature in today's headline is that Senator Natasha, given the court judgment that quashed her suspension, is supposed to resume plenary with her colleagues, I think today. And then there's some leadership members in the National Assembly has told her to stay away. And I'm like wondering, what sort of power tussle are we having in this country? Why do politicians take our institutions for granted? Why are those in leadership position don't do what they are supposed to do? How can a court that has jurisdiction to adjudicate over a matter,
jurisdiction,
give his or her judgment regarding a case before it, and some individuals I don't know where they get these powers from. That's why I told you initially when we were talking about Wiki that some people have arrogated powers of institutions to themselves, and that is why they can do and undo and get away with it, and nothing happens. You understand? So Wiki can do and undo. So you can imagine where some persons are telling a senator that got a judgment from a competent court that he should stay away from the National Assembly. I'm just wondering what will play out today when she eventually arrived the National Assembly.
I also begin to wonder if she eventually comes there now. The same thing you are also wondering what's going to happen. Now, do we have two powers ruling in from the same courts? I don't understand. A court has given an order, and this lady now is coming, and they are saying that she will stay away from the National Assembly. So you see, what I'm looking at is going to play today now. If case not taken, there might be
fights in the National Assembly. It has always happened.
Catastrophe might take place there. It's unfortunate. So the government, what I see happening in Nigeria today is that the law is not being obeyed because some people who feel they are more higher than the law. That is just what is happening. Okay, some people seem to be more higher than the law. For example, now Wiki has become a case study.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Somebody like Wiki, for example, now in a real setting, Wiki ought to have been removed from
PDP.
But he's playing
Double card.
Standard.
He's in a PDP, he's in APC. In a real sense, he ought to have been just removed from a PDP. But he's still there. So you can see that the law has some people that it favors and some people that maybe less.
So that's a kind of a selective justice.
Selective justice. That's what we see in this country. But it's very
And I guess because these people they are aware that they have destroyed the institutions. Because if the court has given the judgment that she can, the suspension was illegal, and then she should be fined instead, and they feel that the judgment is not in the right order, they could also approach the court on the level of appeal.
The judgment.
Appeal the judgment or something. But because they know they've bastardized all institutions of this country, they don't trust them anymore. So even if probably Senator Natasha might have gotten the judgment via backdoor, you understand? So the core end of this discussion is that
you've now added the caveat now. Getting the judgment.
I said might. I didn't say she did. I said she might have gotten the judgment, even if she got the judgment via the backdoor. They should have appealed. So,
No,
but
if she get it from the back door and they know, they cannot obey that. How can you get a judgment from the back door? You get it from where
No,
you
we're just
get
saying
it.
that
It should be
no
legit.
matter
There
where-
should be level
whether
of
it's-
legitimacy attached. You say?
Whether it's legit
Yeah.
or not, and you feel that you're not okay with the judgment,
Yes.
you can go back to the court
and
Okay,
appeal.
okay.
and appeal.
You must
That is
respect the
point.
institution
It's
and
not
respect the judgment.
about
Yes.
calling the judgment that you don't even want to obey it. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
even
what I'm
want
saying.
her to
She
come
gets what I'm-
that
what
is
I'm
going to
trying to
spoil
do.
your proceedings and all that. That's just making unnecessary noise. Besides, you've been off for over 1 week because PMB is late.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and see what plays out today. Somebody is here, probably the last caller for the program. Hello. Okay, Kate.
Good morning.
Just, you have 35 seconds. So.
Okay.
We get order that we should stop speaking about this matter. That now we are now asking you to write in the national newspaper to apologize. First, start your 5 million naira and other people. She has not done this. And we are telling you to go back to court, to go back to Senate. We want an settlement America. You cannot accept it because of your the from here. You cannot be she's a right, you want to know.
Okay.
You behave very well and they are intimidating you. She should not go and apologize and pay that 5 million naira before going back. When it comes to court, it's like they are appealing. They are playing themselves as
Would she apologize in the air? She has been restricted from going to the media to continue this talk. Now, would she apologize from the breeze?
I think
she has to come to the house to apologize, right? So what is this?
I get what he's trying to say.
They don't want to cause any stop in that proceeding. Nobody's stopping your proceedings. If she's coming to court, if she's coming for sitting today, and she ends up not apologizing, that's why you now say,
that's a different ball.
That's a different ball game. Okay. Allow her to come first. But you people are already putting up your guard that you don't even want her around in the house.
Well, I think what the caller is trying to say that the caller is trying to point out is that some part of the judgment has not been met by Senator Natasha because she was told to tender apology in 2 national dailies and then pay 5 million naira, if I'm right, to National Assembly and all that. So what the caller is trying to say, in my own understanding, is that she has to tender these apologies in these 2 national dailies and then after pay the 5 million before she should be allowed back. So it also hovers on Senator Natasha herself to also follow the due process according to the judgment and do the right thing. So by the time she has tendered this apology in 2 national dailies and paid the amount that she was told to pay, and then now eventually resume to National Assembly and she's being chased out, then probably we'll know where.
You know the reason why we're having this discussion. We're having this discussion because
this
the National Assembly does not even have anything to.
There's a message. Good morning, distinguished moderators and analysts. Tamara, and it is unfortunate that wow, mentioning the amount of money spent abroad on former president medical checkup and treatment when Japa syndrome started to increase, instead of president to address the issue that resulted to this Japa syndrome. He said that he would train more doctors and health workers that portrayed president's insensitivity and nonchalant attitude to the health system. On doctor strike, our government has no regards to the life of its citizens. We in the health system are frustrated in every angle. Thank you very much because this is your able, man. So I can't individual for Sake from Umweze. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, also enye dibia iPhone 80 or Bomborogo Joshua. So I got it, you know.
Yeah, that is what we are talking
grappling
about.
With a typo and our time is up.
Yeah.
Kene Chukuchuku with the ABS news correspondent. Thanks for joining us on Press Review this rainy Monday morning.
It's a
And also
pleasure.
Dr. Afamefuna Joseph Nduka, Associate Professor of Finance, the Department of Finance, Chukwuemeka University, Bariam. Thank you so much for coming this morning. All right, my name is Uche Chukwu Ebanam. Stay with us. Nzuka Anambra will be coming your way.
Anambra, you could thank you for joining us on Press Review. Wherever you are, I hope you are enjoying the rainfall. But let it not stop you from going to work and doing the needful.